Just put it in the car, I guess, or I have the keys.
We tune in to the Denver Foos podcast.
Denver Foos all day, bro. Follow them from LA to Denver. Let's do this, baby.
Shout out to my boys, Denver Foos, Goba Tony Loya. And
shout out to Denver, man. The Mile High City. You know what time it is.
What's up, it's Mariah the Scientist, and I just want to shout out Denver Foos. I'm here with such a baddie. Look at her. Oh, my God.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Shout out Denver Foos.
I want to give a huge shout out to my buddies there at Denver Foos.
Shout out Denver Foos. I appreciate y'all.
Shout out Denver Foos. We love you, Denver Foos.
Denver Foos. What it do? It's your boy Chingo Bling. Right now, you tuning in to the Denver Foos. Shout out to Denver Foos, baby.
Denver Foos, wherever you find your videos, wherever you get your podcasts, go follow Denver Foos and enjoy.
Hey, let's go, Denver Foos.
Denver Foos, IG, follow us, man. Follow us, subscribe, like us, YouTube.
Shout out to Denver Foos. Good to see you.
The Denver Foos.
Yeah. Shout out to Denver Foos. You don't represent for the motherfucking city.
Shout out Denver Foos.
What's up, it's your boy Concrete right here with Denver Foos, and all you got to do right now, Perito, is hit that follow, hit that like, hit that share button, share all the content, let them know where it's at. Denver Foos, your boy Concrete. We in here, Perito, mile high.
Denver Foos. Name's Daniel Jumba Garcia. Shout out to Denver Foos, one of the best.
Shout out Denver Foos.
Shout out to Denver Foos.
Shout out Denver Foos North Side, baby. It's all about the North Side.
Hey, shout out Denver Foos. That's Emmanuel Sanders, legit people over here.
What's cracking, homeboy? Denver Foos. Denver Foos, homeboy. And it's your boy Ken Flores. Shout out to the homies at Denver Foos.
Denver Foo, you guys are the best. Shout out to Denver Foos. Shout out to Denver Foos.
Denver Foos on IG. So come get in touch with the plug. They always got their finger on the pulse. Are you a Denver Foo?
Yes, all day, every day, baby.
You want to be on Denver Foos or what? Eh?
Denver Foos 303.
Denver Foos, huh?
Follow Denver Foos 303, Instagram, Facebook.
For real, Denver Foos, live and direct. Denver Foos, bro. We from the South Side.
Present. Uniting the city, baby.
Shout out, Denver Foos. Say it, Foos, baby, Denver Foos. Let's go, my Denver Foos. What's up? What up, Denver Foos? What's going on?
Yeah. Denver Foos. Denver Foos in the building. Let's go.
Shout out, Denver Foos. I love the Denver Foos. Y'all keep it up. Y'all keep doing your thing.
Yo, Denver Foos, I'll follow you guys up.
I'm Denver Foos here reporting from Denver, Colorado. From Chicago, but I think I'm a Colorado fan now.
You're a Denver Foo now.
Now I am.
Shout out to the Denver Foos. What's up, Denver Foos?
Denver Foos. Hey, man.
Benning. Take one, Denver Foos.
Hey, shout out to Denver Foos. I noticed y'all right away. Y'all putting it down, for all the gente.
Shout out to Denver Foos. You locked in, man. Stay tuned to what they got going on. One love.
I here chilling with the Denver Foos. You already know how we do it. Much love.
It's your boy DJ Sarnes Carter. Denver Foos, we in the motherfucking building.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Denver Foos podcast.
What's up, Denver Foos? We're back.
Welcome to the Denver Foos podcast, live here from the Denver Foos Barbershop here, 1400 South Federal Boulevard. We're back, and this show is brought to you by La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant, baby. Go check them out, 2340 Champa Street. Hey, man, we got comedy shows every first Saturday. But this month, we're not doing it this Saturday. We're doing it at the end of the month. We have a big comedy show. We're doing the Vatos Locos Comedy Festival with Side-Splitting Entertainment, Ricky Ramos. We got Ernie from the George Lopez Show headlining. Yep. So make sure you get your tickets, and they're still only $10, guys. You get to see international star from the George Lopez Show, and we got more special guests and all that, and that's what's going down. But today we have a very special guest, you guys. I mean, shit, I have to look at my notes because this man has many titles, and he is a boss hog Josh, criminal justice chair for the NAACP State Conference, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana. It ain't just Colorado, baby. He covers the whole nation. He's state to state, coast to coast. Former chairman of the board for Metro Deep, Urban League Young Professionals Programs Chair, Denver Basic Income Project Executive Committee member, Community Works Director of Advocacy and Government Affairs, One Main Street, Colorado Director of Field Operations and Community Engagement Consultant. He is also in the music industry. Not only is he doing social justice and helping our communities and really out here in the streets helping our communities, he's also tied into the music industry. And the music industry is trying to buzz out here in Colorado, which it is buzzing, and it's flourishing. We have Record Breakers USA Vice President, Vamp Life Records West President of A&R, Mama J Productions Associate Producer. Give it up for Josh Boss Hogg, baby. Welcome to the Denver Foos Podcast. yeah. How we doing today, baby?
I'm good. Thanks.
I never even interviewed you.
No, that's crazy. That is kind of crazy.
I mean, you're always behind the scenes, kind of more. You know, you let your artist, you let everybody else get the spotlight. But here on Denver Foos, you know, we like to highlight everybody from the janitors to the CEOs, people behind the scenes, the movers and shakers. And you're definitely a mover and shaker here in this town, and not just in this town. Like I said, coast to coast, doing music stuff, doing social justice stuff. How did you get here to Colorado?
Man, so first of all, it's a pleasure to be here. I love seeing you guys. It's a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank
it's a pleasure to be here. See how excited I am?
Yeah.
Knock the mic out. So I'm originally from California.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Michigan. I was probably maybe one of the last generation of my family born in Michigan. I moved to California very, very young as a baby. I grew up there. I had a pretty good life for the most part. Stable home with my mom, but you know, it's California.
Yeah.
So,
Was it Northern Cali or Southern Cali? I mean,
Southern
California could be its own country.
Yeah.
Like Texas, you know, so Southern Cali.
I grew up in Victorville, California, the desert.
Shout out to the high desert, Victorville, baby.
Yep. So, you know, life, right?
Life.
I always make it clear that, you know, a lot of people who come from the background I come from have really, really tragic stories about how, you know, they got there or circumstances that forced them into their situation. For me, it was very, very different. And I have to acknowledge that. I always believe that people really are who they are at their core. And you have good and bad ways about you. Me, myself, I've always been a little bit criminal minded. So I was always geared towards mischief and criminality. So it wasn't very long before, you know, I landed myself in trouble. I spent the vast majority of my adulthood locked up in prison. My last prison term in California was a 10-year bid. My best friend got released 3 years prior to me, and he came to Denver.
Oh, okay.
He successfully changed his life.
That's amazing.
Bought a home out here. I mean, he had built a family out here. He had really been successful. I had a second friend who followed him coming out of prison and was successfully able to do the exact same thing.
Wow.
So they were telling me for maybe my last year, maybe my last 2 years, they were telling me, hey, you need to come to Denver. You need to come to Denver. And it was not a thought in my head that I would actually do that. Right?
Yeah.
It really wasn't. But as I got closer and closer to being released, I had, you know, plotted and schemed on my release plan, my business ideas, and all these things I wanted to do. Like I had spent about 5 years, like really scheming on my release. So when I got down to that last 6 months, I started really thinking logically about a lot of things around me, a lot of different elements. One of the biggest factors in recidivation is going back to your environment.
Yeah.
Right. You go back to the same city, back to the same neighborhood, back to the same friends. Sadly, a lot of us get locked up, go to prison, you get left by a bunch of people and get released, and you come home and go right back to those same people.
Right.
Right. So I knew I needed to do a drastic change. I also knew I needed a rebirth. Like I needed to go somewhere where there was no history for real, and I could just focus on future and what I wanted to do here.
Nice.
Without all of the background
It's a
noise.
new canvas.
And honestly, I believe for Denver natives, it's a different perspective. But this is really a city of people coming in.
Yeah.
Right. This is a transplant city.
Now
right?
it is. Yeah. It's a transit city. It's become that in the last 10 years. And from our experience, because we are actually some natives that actually moved away for some quite time, so our minds have been somewhat open-minded to understand what that means to a city and how it could benefit a city and the growth it brings and the opportunity it brings. So we've been blessed enough to be able to move to Las Vegas and live there for 8 years, live in
I
Los
grew up
Angeles
there
for 9
large parts of my
years.
life. Yeah.
And then so when we come back, and then we're starting to see, we're starting to see how we're Denver's becoming a bigger city, and it's more transient. You're getting more people coming from outside and bringing more opportunity, bringing more culture, bringing new life. I that's how I see it, as a new opportunity. And I mean, that's what initially we wanted to do with our platform, is just to capture and still hold on to what is true Denver urban culture, and kind of, but also embrace what's happening now. You can't hold on to the old, and with all this beautiful, cool new stuff happening right before our eyes, you can't deny what's happening here in this city. But yeah, no, a lot like the natives, a lot of them might not understand that, and they want to hold on to those things, and because but change is inevitable sometimes, and sometimes not all change is bad. Change is good.
I see Denver as a place of rebirth,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why so many people want to come here.
Yeah.
This is a place where people come from all over the country for their different agendas.
Mm-hmm.
They get here and they rebirth, and some people morph into who knows what. You go downtown and everybody thinks they're a superstar. Some
Yeah,
people
right.
come out here and turn into a mini downtown celebrity.
Yeah,
right?
no, there is kind of that.
It's a rebirth, though.
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful thing. And one of the reasons I fell in love with Denver is because it gave me the opportunity to do that, exactly that.
Nice.
Rebirth, rebrand, come back new, start a company, jump in community, and try my best to do some positive things, bring some positive things to the city. And Denver has supported me in a lot of ways, specifically my first business, allowing us to grow and be successful. So that's why I've always put so much back into the city, because I would like the city to have as many opportunities as for people here and for people that are coming here with the right intentions.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I see you as somewhat of an advocate for the city, for people that come out here. You're the one of the movers and shakers. People hit you up of what's going on. We and you, we have our relationship, and we're networking, and you support a lot of people, even outside of your circle. You're at a lot of events. You're supporting the scene. You're supporting the city. How are you able to get all that energy to do all this? Because
I'm tired.
I would say we're parallel in what we do. I mean, we've seen each other at many different functions and different events and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, I'm tired sometimes. I know you got to be tired too. Like, how do you like balance your life in that aspect of showing up for others, showing up for yourself, showing up for your community, showing up for the city?
That's one of our bonds.
Yeah.
That's like, personally, that's one of the
Right.
things that we all, when I see you guys out, it's always like, are you tired? Oh, I'm tired. One of the things I always respect is you guys are on the same grind. We see each other all the time because you're on the same grind. You guys are in a lot of the same spaces, and doing a lot of the same things. So you understand. I remember one time I seen you out and you walked up to me and said, how do you decompress? How do you rest?
Yeah.
And my answer was so honest that time, because normally we were out being social.
Yeah.
Right. I wasn't working. So
Mhm.
normally my answer would have been, this is what I do.
Yeah.
But I looked at you, I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's important to support the people and things that are important to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's also important to put out as much energy as you can into other people.
Mm-hmm.
Because the truth of the matter is there's only so much we can have.
Mm-hmm.
I get so tired of it's only so many women one man can have. Like, it's okay. It's okay to let people talk and mingle, right? There's only so much attention. One person just at a certain point, you have to just pour into others. And one of the reasons I really believe in doing that is because I kind of know where I want to be at where I want to go in life for the most part, and kind of where I want to stop at. But I don't know who I'm going to touch.
Right.
I don't know who I'm going to touch. And that's really it's a cliche, but it's a driving, motivating factor in me in the music business, as well as my personal life. I see stars. I spot stars.
Right.
I've been recruited to go find stars, and I see them every day. Some of them don't rap. Some of them aren't in the music business. Some of them don't want attention. But I bump into people that are special all the time, and all they need is to be told they're special and have someone support and pour into them without an agenda. And that person could become who knows what.
Yeah.
Maybe that's our next Kanye. Maybe that's our next Martin Luther King.
That's our next president.
You know, we just don't know, right? Especially the young people.
Yes.
Right? We might never even see. I walked in here and your nephew jumped off and said, "Hey, I was just on the podcast."
Yeah.
No, but we don't know what that sparks.
We don't know exactly.
We don't know what that sparks.
Uh-huh.
Like in several years, he might be the biggest personality on internet, biggest personality in television that we've ever seen. Because he got that itch. He was exposed to something.
Definitely. Yeah. One thing that my grandma and my dad's uncles, they were all in a band. They owned bars on Larimer. Like we have deep history in Colorado and in Denver. They've owned cantinas, bars, and they played in the bars. They were musicians. And one thing that my dad's uncle, my great uncle, said was, don't ever tell anybody they can't do anything, because one of the little cousins they wanted to sing and play the guitar. And so while they were trying it, one person was like, "You can't do that." And he's like, "Stop. Don't ever tell anybody that they can't do anything, because you don't know what you might have been stopping, because you don't know what that moment might mean. If you just pour into somebody, like you were saying, give them a little bit of encouragement and, shit."
I'm a firm believer in the Black community specifically. The biggest weapon of mass destruction that has ever been actually used on the community, it wasn't actually the slavery itself. It wasn't actually the apartheid, it wasn't the Jim Crow era. It was actually the miseducation piece that was implemented in order to foment the slavery and keep that dominance, right? It was a miseducation.
Okay.
And our community continues to be miseducated in a million different ways. So to counteract that miseducation, exposure and support are like two of our biggest weapons. We have a few programs that we've designed in the schools here. We were at Metro Deep. We have the Black Excellence Program, and we have a middle school youth entrepreneurship program.
Oh, wow.
It started in Green Valley Ranch at Martin Luther King.
Nice.
This was designed for kids that had been in trouble, kids of color. Most of our class was Black and Hispanic. I think we had maybe one white kid in our class, really smart, really good kid. We tried to expose them to entrepreneurship first, the concepts, right? And the lack of limits in what you can do. The next piece was designed when they get to high school. There's the Black Excellence piece. The Black Excellence piece was designed to take these kids on field trips. The field trips were designed, took them to the Pepsi facility. The Pepsi facility here in Denver is run completely by Hispanics, top to bottom, like especially at the top levels. They support heavily the Hispanic Chamber, have a very close relationship between the two.
Nice.
So taking the kids there so they can see Pepsi being made, then see Hispanic guys running this entire facility, right? Makes it more realistic,
right,
that you can do that.
Yeah.
Same with taking these kids and letting them go to the Park Hill Golf Course and see that it's owned by Black man,
right,
and his team, right, and what they're doing over there, right, during that time period. So again, that exposure is a key element in decoding the miseducation piece. So with these young people, we have to expose them to as many different things as possible. See what they take to, see what they like. Then we support them. But we got to support them without an agenda. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
With young people, you want them to do what you want them to do because you know better.
Yeah.
And you have to allow them the space to make mistakes, grow, figure it out on their own,
Mhm.
but find ways to support them. So back to the original question, that's the game plan. That's why, you know, we try to show up, support these artists. That's why we try to be at these different spaces. Another reason is because, you know, we list in all these titles. When I was in prison, I wrote the NAACP for 10 years. I never got I never seen a rep. I never interacted. I despised the organization until I had the opportunity to become a part of it and try to make some changes. And one of the main changes for me was to be accessible. I wanted to be someone that you could bump into and say, hey, I saw you on the news and you said this and I don't agree. I wanted to be outside and know who the real people were,
Right.
and touch the people, and for them to know who I was and have access to tell me, hey, I'm in trouble. I have a case. Can you help me with this? Hey, you know, do you think you can help us with this living situation? I wanted to be accessible. So that's one of the reasons why I've moved like that, even though now I don't know if I still want to move like that.
Accessibility. Yeah, no, I mean, because like we're saying, being accessible. Me and my brother were actually having a conversation about, you know, I mean, sir, I'm not trying to knock nobody, but I think a lot of people that need help, that there's a lack of accessibility in a lot of these programs, or just the thought of accessibility. Maybe people are more accessible than we think. You know, the power of social media has given us the ability to DM our local council people and all that, and maybe they are more accessible than we truly think. But, you know, like, there's a lack of education within our communities to realize that maybe they're more accessible than we think, but sometimes it doesn't feel like that. But you're bringing that accessibility to the organizations that you represent, that you feel like weren't there when you were trying to have access to them. And that's amazing. That's great, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, accessibility is accessibility. There's more accessibility here in Colorado than there are in most large cities. I'll give you an example. I always give the Denver police chief his kudos. He's the most accessible police chief I've ever seen. He's at all the community events. You can always walk up to him and speak to him. In most cities, you're never going to get close to a police chief, right? Mike Johnston is a permanent fixture in the city. If there's anything major going on in the city, he will be there. There's so much about Mike Johnston people don't know. I don't know if you guys know this, but a couple years back, we took Mike Johnston. Matter of fact, it was during the campaign when he was running for mayor.
Okay.
We took Mike Johnston to Munchies and Mimosas. He came to Munchies and Mimosas. Came to the VIP section, you know, went to the stage, and you know, that kind of accessibility is rare. But at the same time, a lot of accessibility that you do see is kind of cloaking. You know, you might look like you can get there.
Right.
But yeah, you're right.
Perceived accessibility.
You're right about the miseducation piece as well. One of the things I like to promote and put out there, always show people when I'm at the Capitol. The Capitol to most folks is like this big mysterious building, or some kind of magic is going on in there, and it's some kind of extra security. The building belongs to the people. You can walk in there any day of the week. You can walk in, you can go walk in, they will let you in. No one's going to ask you a question. You can walk around, take pictures, you can have lunch in there. You can see your state representatives and senators moving around. You recognize someone. If you've done some research and want to talk to someone, you can look them up, go knock on their office doors. It is way more accessible than people know, but the information piece again becomes the key.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, you just put me on game. I didn't even know that it's like that.
Oh no,
yeah, like
100%.
I thought you had to be on a field trip to walk in there.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever been to the state capitol.
You have to remember that the Capitol is owned by the people.
Nice.
So
That's
so
good.
you can literally, we can go over there right now and walk in without a security clearance and spend the day in there. So anyone can
Nice.
anyone
That's good.
anyone
That's
can do
nice,
that.
yeah.
I don't think,
Anyone
yeah, a
can do
lot of
that.
people don't know.
Yeah,
that.
no, like you said, they
Guaranteed,
think.
right?
I think a lot of people have it as like it's this the Wizard of Oz type thing, and
Yeah.
it's like, or like you just said. I mean, the only time I've stepped foot in there was on a field trip in elementary school out here. Like that
we
was,
should do an adult trip. We
Yeah.
should do like
That'd
an
be
adult
cool.
like no, we should
Adult
do a
field
private
trip,
tour
tour.
because we set up private tours before on like a Sunday, taking
Uh-huh.
groups of like 15, 20 and just walk through the Capitol. They'll explain history. One of the things that's amazing about the Capitol building in Colorado is when you get to the chamber, there's a big pane glass window and they're honoring a black man
Wow.
on it at the top of the Capitol. And he's never been a governor
Wow.
or anything like that. And one of my first questions on the first tour was, who is that?
Yeah.
Who is that? So it's a guy named Bernie Ford, who's from Colorado.
Mhm.
He actually built the first electric hotel on the west.
Oh wow.
Like the first hotel with
In the
electricity.
wow, that's
Like, he's
amazing.
a real entrepreneur. So again, man, Colorado has some history.
Yeah, Colorado
Wow,
does
yeah.
have some
Crazy.
Yeah.
history. I mean, we're the first on a lot of things. It's got a lot of great positive history. There's some negative history too, but I
Yeah.
mean, for the most part, I mean, like you said, it's a flourishing city, our state. I mean, there's just so much opportunity, and it's given you the opportunity to have this rebirth from your life, and you're doing amazing things. Not only social justice issues. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about some of that? You want to talk about music? What is there anything that you want to let people know that they need to know? We need to inform our viewers.
I would be irresponsible to come up here right now at this time
Mhm.
and talk about community and talk about NAACP and not acknowledge the murder that we just seen Aurora police do. It went viral on social media here in
Mhm.
Colorado. I anticipate this being a national story. We're still waiting on more details to come out. But what we seen on camera was an officer have a black male at gunpoint and then close fist punch him. And as the black male walked up and approached him, he shot him in the head and multiple times in the body.
Mhm.
Right?
Man, yeah.
So Denver PD, excuse me, big mistake. Aurora PD, Denver too. Aurora PD has a history of this behavior. They have no credibility in the community that they serve. No one believes them. No one respects them. They have a huge problem in Aurora policing.
Mhm.
And again, I would be irresponsible at this time to not even say something or acknowledge that that's going on right now, and that needs as much attention as possible.
Mhm.
The next thing I would address on a political level, and then we can move to something different.
Yeah.
The next thing I'd address on a political level is the discussion of National Guard coming here to Colorado. President Trump announcing that he wants to move a Space Force from Colorado to Alabama in retaliation for him feeling as if he didn't win this state voting. What we're witnessing is tyranny from the executive office.
Right.
Mhm.
I would like to say I'm not a Trump hater to any Trump supporters out there. Prior to him being president, I've read all his books. I always followed him.
Yeah.
I think I understand him. I am not a Trump hater.
Mhm.
But what we're seeing right now, we cannot stand for in a democracy.
Mhm.
So we're a real democracy, and that is a question, right?
Definitely.
Are we a republic or a democracy? That's a different conversation. If we're a real democracy, we can't stand for the type of tyranny that we're seeing. We can't stand to watch the executive office use the military domestically for politics. Can't stand for that. So let's bring some awareness to some of those attentions.
Definitely. Yeah. To touch back on the Aurora PD, and rest in peace to that man who lost his life, and
Rajan.
condolences to his family and to the whole community that is in mourning right now over that incident. But it just seems like, I mean, they don't have a perfect track record, Aurora PD.
They still have
instead of
Elijah
always,
McClain's blood on their hands.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's what I was just gonna point out.
They still have Elijah and many others.
I'm
but
always-
they still have Elijah
Yeah.
McClain's blood on their hands.
I always like to, we could point at the issues. There's many and multiple issues, but I always want to try to figure out a solution and look forward as in the best positive way as possible, even when it's such a tragic and negative thing that's going on and has been going on and has a history. What solutions could we bring to maybe not have that happen again? Or what does Aurora PD need a new structure? What needs to happen so something like that doesn't happen, or for them to take accountability for the community? I mean, I know you speak for the community, but not for the entire community, probably. Yeah. But what are some things that they could do to try to make things better on their end, as far as, I mean, taking accountability, restructuring how they police their community? What are some things that we could maybe solutions? I mean,
Benny, first of all, I'm so happy to be here and be on this platform. And thank you for asking that question. That is a great question to ask. We often get on here and fire and brimstone, burn it down with no solution. We do have low-hanging fruit solutions for this. Mm-hmm. We don't have a solution that's going to dramatically change this realistically. Mm-hmm. Like, humans are humans. We have a terrible history of this in our country, but we do have some solutions. The first thing that we can do, and that must be done, clearly must be done, we need the Civilian Review Board back in place in Aurora. The city council in Aurora has the power to empower a civilian oversight review board over the police. The police department should not be an independent entity. Furthermore, the police department in Aurora have approximately 70% of Aurora City's operating budget. Now, that's only one thing. The other part of that is they're also the city's biggest liability, because they continue to kill people and get sued, and that city has to have these large payouts. Mm-hmm. So they're taking up all the budget, and they're the biggest liability. That's a problem. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand why it's such a big deal to have a civilian oversight review board made up of community members and community leaders, religious leaders, mm-hmm. organizational leaders, right, that can oversee the disciplinary actions of this department mm-hmm. and oversee this department's chief and policy that's being implemented. That's one. The next thing is, on a stronger level, the entire Aurora Police Department needs to turn into a metro department. It's not a metro department. It turns into a metro department. There are some uniformity there in rules and policy. If it did that, it would need an entire restructuring. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what everyone's afraid of. But I think what they're most afraid of is having to answer to someone. And they shouldn't be, because they work for the people. Right. If you're here for the people's benefit and you work for the people, this should not be an adversarial relationship. You can't kill the people you're here to protect.
Right. Great answer. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we could, like you said, burn it all down. But like, what are some realistic solutions that we could even just try to get to? I mean, when issues like this happen, and it's just always a back and forth, and it's like, man, people are losing their lives. And like you said, it's becoming like a liability. Taxpayers got to pay the money when they got to pay out. I mean, like,
that's just from a corporate level.
Yeah.
I mean, the city is a corporation, right?
Yeah.
If I'm the CEO of the corporation, or I'm the executive of this corporation, right, I'm looking at the books. This does not add up. Right. You're taking up most of the money, and you're the biggest liability. Something has to change here. I mean, I don't understand what we're even talking about.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
Right. If something is not working, if it is broken, it needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
Why definitely would you fight against fixing what is obviously broken?
Mm-hmm.
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all. I feel you on that. Definitely.
We can lighten it up though. We can,
yeah.
We're gonna have
that was great. You're giving
depressed.
great insight. Was anybody saying anything in the comments?
Just got to give a shout out to Not Isaac 303, who's asking for a shout out.
Oh, shout out to Not Isaac 303.
Isaac out there.
Yeah. That's it.
Come outside.
There's a lot of people
Come
on.
to the club on Friday, Isaac. We're gonna
listen.
take care of you. Come outside.
Yeah.
There you go.
Definitely. Well, we're coming into football season. I always gotta ask. I mean, I know you're not from Colorado. Who's your team?
Oh man, I hate answering.
I mean, you probably know a lot of different people and a lot of different teams.
So all of my teams in all sports, I'm all LA from top to bottom.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm really not in traditionally is football.
Okay.
I hate saying this these days. All right. So my actual team is the New York Giants.
Okay.
My actual team is the New York Giants.
We played them this year
I've been a Giants fan for years and years and years. And I've also not been a Giants fan for years and years and years. To be honest with you, these days, it's really hard to have a team in the NFL, man. I have friends, like personal relationships on almost every team. Mm-hmm. So I kind of just enjoy watching the game.
Right.
and watching certain players more than rooting for a team. Rooting for a team is like, a little complicated. Shout out to Montana, man. Montana over there in Pittsburgh. He's with the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. It's my family. But again, you have situations like that, right? Shout out to Trey down there in Houston. Vontae's in Dallas. He's the running back in Dallas now.
Yeah.
So again, it's hard to root. You're looking at your friends. KJ's out there in Buffalo. It's hard. It's now I want my friends to do good. I want the game to be good.
I think you should. Do you have do you do fantasy football?
I don't.
You should put a fantasy football of all the people that you know on
That's
teams.
a good idea. That's a good idea.
That'd be tight.
You heard him, Callie? We need you to do that, Callie.
Who does the? I've never played fantasy football. I one time I tried to do like the DraftKings when I was living in LA, where you could do what was the DraftKings? It was before the betting and all that, and it was like fantasy, and you pick
it was just DraftKings.
Yeah,
it was basically
fantasy
the
original DraftKings. Yeah, fantasy football. And
so you would make like a lineup of like 8, like all the different positions, and then like you would choose a defense, but like that would just be like basically like a bet, like under, I don't know, they would have like different, like,
do they still do that, or is it all strictly bet?
No, they still do that. There's 2 separate apps now.
Yeah.
There's
I think I missed this era.
Yeah, no,
I was probably locked in the hole somewhere.
Well, I only did it 1 year, and that was the year that Cam Newton was just killing it when we beat them when the Broncos beat them in the Super Bowl. It's funny you mentioned
10 years ago.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the Giants. I was just thinking about them the other day, actually.
Yeah,
because I was like, I remember when Deion Sanders was like, "I believe in Eli," and then I was like, do you think Tom Brady is just like, he'll be like mid conversation with somebody who's like, God, I hate that Eli Manning
because he beat him in 2 Super Bowls.
I love Eli Manning.
Yeah. Oh man,
funny story.
Yeah.
So I'm out here, man. If this is years ago, this is several years ago, maybe about 5 years ago. I first meet Peyton Manning at a Keith Urban concert.
Oh,
football stadium.
Yeah.
But the meeting was like real brief, kind of like, we shook it up, and that was kind of that. So I'm at the Clayton.
Okay.
I'm at the Clayton in Cherry Creek.
Mm.
We were having an event there. I'm sitting downstairs. Peyton Manning walks in. First off, I love Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really love Peyton. I think Peyton is like the best quarterback. I love Peyton. But I'm a super Eli fan since college. Like, I'm a super Eli fan. So Peyton walks in. I turn around. I get excited. Right? And I yelled out, "Hey, Peyton, your brother's my favorite quarterback." He looks at me. He goes, "Good."
Oh, that's
great. That's
awesome.
That was great.
I never even thought of that.
No, that's
all bad.
Yeah, no.
That's
Somebody
awesome.
coming up to you like, "Hey, I love Abe."
Yeah, exactly.
Abe's the best.
That does happen all the
He
time.
just listens to
Everyone's
me.
always asking, "Where's Abe?" And if it's just because it's always me and him. So if it's just me by myself
That's
somewhere,
funny.
everyone's like, "Where's your brother?" It's like, what about me? I'm here. So you made Peyton probably feel like that in that moment. That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's great. Yeah, no, Peyton is awesome, man. Peyton's doing amazing things off the field now. He's got his whole production company. Hey, Peyton.
Peyton Manning or John Elway?
Oh,
I know.
Let's get into it, Denver Foos.
like just all over or
all around.
all around, I would say
Peyton Manning or John Elway.
Okay, I could never discredit John Elway for what he's done for the Broncos and the life he's brought to it, and just the legend of John Elway. Like,
it's a big legend.
Yeah,
Let me just mention really quick. Mama Foo is on. She said that what you said is something she would say.
Yeah. Yeah. John Elway, you can't deny his greatness. You can't deny his legend. You can't deny what he means to the city, what he means to the Broncos, regardless of how you feel about him off the field, because there's rumors that he's kind of a jerk. And I've seen certain instances or whatever. But whatever. Different times, different people, different things,
All right, I got a real question.
Peyton Manning is but they're like, it's neck and neck, I would say.
Who's most impactful?
Oh, I would
Super
say
Bowl was most impactful. Were you here for both of them?
John Elway Super Bowl, because it was the first and it was back to back. I would have to say that.
Okay.
Definitely John Elway. Like I said, I can't. as a Broncos fan,
I think
and
more
as
with
a
Peyton Manning,
Denverite,
we were expecting it.
yeah, we had
Whereas John Elway was like, well, he lost 3 already,
and we
It's
had
like,
never
but
won.
I don't know.
So
yeah,
That's a good point.
yeah. But I mean, most impactful now to this day, I would say Peyton Manning, just all around. I mean, just his
He
legend
pretty much
alone
took
is
over the kingdom here almost.
almost pretty
along
much.
with all John Elway's endorsements and everything.
Do you think that Elway has damaged his legacy here? Because not on globally, I wouldn't say it mattered. But do you think he may have damaged his legacy here with his
with killing that guy?
Did he kill that guy, or did that guy
don't
still in
know.
the hospital on the
John-
golf cart?
Nobody
Something
got in
happened.
trouble.
I don't
so-
know. I mean,
No, I wasn't gonna say that. No, I'm saying as an executive. You know, as an executive for the Broncos, a lot of people were unhappy.
Yeah, no,
as
there
an
was a lot of people.
entrepreneur, as a personality here in the city, as a giant figure here in the city, like at post playing, do you think maybe he might have damaged the legacy here, or no? It can't be.
I don't think it can be. I mean, it could be kind of tainted in a sense. You know, like I said,
I think real Bronco fans separate him as a player, as an executive. But even like the real Bronco fans, no, I don't
know. Like,
no.
I mean,
I think they understand that the ownership was in a messed up time as well, with Pat Bowlen passing away and them kind of not having like all of control because
of the way the trust
they were
was set
running it,
up,
but
and
they
still had like
they
not
really
full
didn't have all the power.
control, and it, but I don't think it is at all. I mean, to some people it might, but I mean, if I think John Elway just chilling back right now. If he wanted to come more in the forefront like a Peyton, he could definitely do all that, and I think all would be forgiven, and people wouldn't even it wouldn't even be a thing like that.
Yeah.
But I think he's just at a point in time in his life and his career where he's just kind of chilling more. You know, I mean, Peyton has always kind of been the commercial guy, been more of the people person type, where John Elway has just always just been the football player, and regardless if he didn't autograph my jersey that one time. No, I'm saying. No, you know what I mean? Regardless, off the field, like you said, Bronco fans their love and admiration, especially us, our love and admiration for what he did on the field and what he did on the field separates from the man and the person he is, and whatever evils or what people think of him or what he did. I mean, shit, he still got a Super Bowl and got us Peyton Manning as an executive here. So I mean,
he did.
So I mean, to us, I don't really have no like bad juju with John Elway or nothing. I mean, I still love
cool
him.
as he has all 3 rings is also
yeah. So I mean, he is
That's
Mr.
crazy.
Bronco at the end of the day. I mean, Peyton, we had him 4 years, and he's still here in the city, and he's still representing us and stuff. But John Elway is Mr. Bronco for sure. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, it's kind of, I could compare him to kind of like Joe Montana now. We were watching him on this Treasures. He's like selling all his old jerseys. I mean, Tom Brady surpassed him for the most rings.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. Like, dude, what do people think of Joe Montana now? I mean, they say Brady's the GOAT. Brady's kind of more the thing. And it's kind of the same thing with Peyton. Peyton's kind of more the front man of the Broncos
Joe Montana
now.
Guy.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Dan Marino.
Yeah. Yeah, Marino's really went into the back now, too.
That's crazy.
As far as like the records, because, you know, Peyton passed him. Brady passed him. I think Favre even passed him too. And then who's the other guy? I think did Rodgers kind of pass some of his records up? Marino,
maybe,
and Breeze and Breeze.
I wouldn't. I'll have to look that
like
up.
passing records or like I think like career passing numbers and different stuff like that.
One
but I
thing-
mean, Marino still was a badass dude that people like. I think people are forgetting about. You know what I mean? Marino, man. I mean, if he would have got a ring, I mean. He could definitely be in the GOAT talks. It's just he didn't get none of those rings, so they totally diminished what that man was doing. But he was the Peyton Manning before fucking Peyton Manning. He was the one that was bombing it. He was getting the career season high yards, passing, and man, he was balling out. I mean, football is. They say hockey's the hardest championship to win, which I agree with. But football is probably the second one because shit, there's so many moving parts. People got to stay healthy. Oh man, there's so much that has to happen for you to get that ring at the end.
One thing I'll say about Colorado, Denver specifically, loves its sports stars.
Definitely, yeah.
Denver loves its sports stars.
Even when they go away, like
no, Denver loves its sports stars, and the overall community and fans will support almost anything that they do. This is a great place to play at.
Definitely, yeah.
I feel like Von Miller's going to move back here, like just after he retires.
Yeah, I mean, he's still always showing us love, and so we're always.
I mean, he can move here and be one of the Kings too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Easy.
Yeah. Oh man.
So I don't know why he wouldn't.
I
you know what I
know.
mean? I mean,
I hope he does.
But...
I mean, Von's vision is still out here, rocking his organization that helps get the glasses for the kids and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I mean, the only one I would say you did speak on that. I have to bring this up because it is part of the culture, and this man did so much for the culture and bringing just eyes on Denver. Carmelo Anthony, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame this year, and man, I mean, he really ruffled a lot of our feathers just leaving, and just the way everything turned out, because we, like you said, the passion and the fans and the whatever, almost every athlete could do no wrong. But I think it was just like a bad marriage that just ended bad. So a lot of fans, I would say, still, I mean, even myself, I was one of the biggest Carmelo Anthony fans. Had his poster on my wall. I had every Carmelo Jordan, every one, the M7s, the 1.5s, the 5.5s, just everything. I mean, I had all the jerseys and everything. But once, just the way it all transpired, I think there's more things behind the scenes that we didn't really know what was going on with that team and George Karl and stuff. But with him going into the Hall of Fame, I wonder if the Nuggets haven't done too much of a good job of like embracing him and what he's done. I wonder what they're going to do this year.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean? I mean, and then because there is also talk with the Nuggets fans, it was like, well, he didn't come to any of the finals games when we were in our finals and we won the finals. But I mean,
that's true.
Him being him, maybe he didn't want to take away from that moment as well. I mean, there's so many.
When he left here, though, like the key element was when he left here, he almost like kind of erased this part of his career,
right,
and embraced that New York role. Yeah. Like he's more. I see him more as a Knick than a Nugget.
Yeah.
I have to always remember he was a Nugget.
Yeah.
I kind of see him as a Knick because, he was with Lala. They were getting attention. They were one of the top 3 or 4 at the time. It was Nick Cannon, Mariah Carey, dating and married, Beyonce and Jay-Z, J-Lo and A-Rod, and there was Lala and Mello.
Right.
Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys. That was New York.
Okay, yeah.
So
I
I kind of see him in that New York socialite, New York spotlight.
Yes.
And I think he embraced that more than his Denver Nugget. If the Knicks were in the finals, I guarantee he would have been at those games.
Right,
for sure,
definitely. Hey, that was a good point. I mean, well, because the consensus for a lot of just Denverites fans and to them, this is their story. This isn't what really happened, or I don't know if this is what really. I don't even know what happened, to be honest. But the whole thing is that he didn't want to be in Denver no more. He wanted to move to New York because of his wife Lala, and they wanted to go to New York. That's the consensus that most Nuggets Nation has, and so they're like, "Well, fuck you, dude." You know what I mean? Like that's literally.
Right.
You can go to a random Nuggets fan and say, "Dude, what happened with Carmelo Anthony?" And that's the story. And I'm not saying that is the story that happened, because I've heard a lot of things come out through podcasts and how him and George Karl kind of weren't on the same page, and the organization and all these things.
All you gotta do is listen to Kenyon Martin talk about George Karl.
Yeah, no,
I know exactly how that team felt about him.
Yeah, so I mean,
and if you think about the way, I believe a lot of that, because the way Kmart would play was kind of just like, whatever, you take it over, dude. You're the guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's
how it seemed to me when I would watch him.
Yeah.
Because then when Kmart went to another team, he was like playing hard. It's like, fuck.
And that's where a good coach comes. It's a good coach, a good manager, a good leader. You have to know how to motivate your team. And I think that's where the disconnect was with the Thuggets era. Yeah. Is that I don't think the coach was a good leader and didn't know how to motivate his players. Because even J.R. Smith on a podcast was saying, "Oh, how are you going to play for a man that's trying to separate his whole team together?" And he was saying how he would do things to kind of have those guys kind of separate, and you're not creating that.
I think
cohesive. camaraderie with the players and stuff like
I think this is controversial. I think Birdman is still loved by the fans here.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I think Birdman went and got a championship down in Miami.
Yep.
And he's still a Denver Nugget.
Yeah.
Like, I don't look at him as a Miami Heat.
Yeah.
He's still a Denver Nugget.
Oh, definitely.
He's
Yeah.
still
No,
a
he's still got love out here for sure.
That's what I'd say too.
We try to embrace AI more than Carmelo.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks
No,
that
but
at all.
AI embraces Denver back.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, AI is really Philly.
Yeah.
He's really
He's
yeah.
Philly for sure.
Like he is the
pretty much see
franchise of the
I pretty much see
76ers.
him like that.
But
Yeah,
he still embraces his Denver era a lot. So the fans still love AI out here. He still shows love to people out here as well. He still communicates with people out here.
Yeah, no, that was awesome, era. Because we got him, I think, before the trade, before the All-Star game, and the All-Star game was in 2007, and it was in Vegas. We were living in Vegas. I was actually working at Macy's where he was having a signing. Oh my gosh, at the Fashion Show Mall.
It was crazy.
It was bananas. It was crazy. He showed up like 2 hours late because I think just the logistics of NBA All-Star Weekend.
The entire store was packed.
The whole store was freaking packed.
So that gives opportunity to some people. You can hear
there was a
alarm going off like every 5 minutes.
But there was a Sean John Cologne just had come out, and there was this whole rack. It was literally like a movie. So the Macy's is just filled up with everybody waiting for AI. And he's late,
he was
2 hours.
Yeah, he's like
late.
2 hours late. I mean, he's in Vegas. What do you expect?
And I was there, and it was like a movie scene. So you see this rack, literally like 4 rows, and it's all filled up with Sean John Cologne. It just dropped. I had it. Anyways, no Diddy.
Shout out to Sean John Cologne, man.
So it was all.
Don't act like we didn't used to.
So
wear all that.
it was like a movie. Boom. If you seen the rack, it was full. Then there was people all around it. Boom, 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 boom. Then like 20 minutes later, it was just all gone. And you just you just kept hearing the security sensors at the front doors just going off like every 2 minutes. Beep, 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 beep. Like it was just it was just overpopulated. The whole entire mall, the Fashion Show Mall. Vegas just wasn't ready for NBA All-Star in 2007, and then after that, they're like, we're never having it again.
There was appearances at all the different stores.
Yeah, because so you had like AI at Macy's, then you had like a T-Mac over at like Foot Locker, like all on the same day. So it was just the logistics of it. It's just like, what are you gonna do when all these guys are here and they're telling people to come? It's just the mall was super packed. It was. I thought it was lit.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. I loved it.
You just reminded me of something. We got to go back now.
Okay.
You said, first off, you said NBA All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
And that just said, because last night, I stopped by your mom's house for a show. Late. I went to go link up with Callie.
Okay.
And Block of California.
Yeah, shout out to Callie.
Grab my shirt for the show. Shout out to It's Just Callie, man. Shout out to Young Callie, man. And Block of California, man. Go ahead and get that Block of California Blockerado mixtape gonna come out. So anyway, I linked up, grabbed my shirt for the show. On my way home, I couldn't just go.
Yeah.
So I had to stop by.
Right.
Shotgun Willie's.
Shout out to Shotgun Willie's, baby. One of our sponsors, baby.
Open.
They got the kitchen back open.
I was hungry. I needed those cowboy bites.
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to Shotgun Willie's.
Yeah.
No, admit it. Yeah.
What's today? Thursday. Shit, we missed T-Bone Tuesday.
I missed T-Bone Tuesday as well, but I was there Monday. So I'm there last night, and I get invited to NBA All-Star Weekend this next February.
Nice.
We got to go.
It's in Los Angeles. Yes,
we got to go.
We've been planning on it.
Go. You guys got to go.
We
got to go.
We already have plans in the works. I mean, we don't have all the logistics set up, but we know Ron, the Fitted Nuggets fan. He's a super fan for the Nuggets. We're all gonna be out there.
Bet. Let's coordinate a little bit.
Definitely.
You guys don't know this, but we were in Las Vegas for Super Bowl weekend. Denver Foos was outside in Las Vegas Super Bowl weekend,
my goodness.
man.
Yeah, we were at the what is that? Fountain Blue, where that Tom Brady exhibit is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great timing on the. I'm sorry, Young Callie was on, so he's shouting us out right
man,
now.
What up, Callie, man?
Yeah.
You see us out here, man, looking fitted. Thank you, sir, for keeping us fresh.
Yep.
You know what's funny?
But yeah,
my
we
guy,
met at
my
Super
guy
Bowl
walked in
weekend.
with the gear on.
Oh, that's right.
Isaiah.
Isaiah,
Our
yeah.
barber, Isaiah.
Walked
Wolf
in.
Nasty.
I need his color too. I need that pink color.
Yeah.
I got some shoes that I matched that.
I love it. No, and you know, and he had on the he was at the Broncos game. He made it on the Jumbotron. He had a Blockerado with the Broncos. Like I don't know. He did his shit, his design stuff. It looked dope. I need that Bronco one. That one was the Blockerado. I like that. That sounds so fire. And shout out to him. He's working on the Blockerado mixtape. I see him working out here. He's
we see
linked
you
up with Trey Funk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shout out to Trey.
Said he's got y'all.
Yeah.
Shout out to the East Side, man. Shout out to Trey Funk, man.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, shit. Speaking of music, you've got your hand in the music, coast to coast.
Yeah.
What do you have going on? What do you feel about the music scene here? I mean, I'm hitting you with too many questions.
Man, the music scene here has always intrigued me. I'm a real fan of the music scene here. I actually listen to several local artists like regularly. DNA Picasso, Spinks Music, Sushi
Spinks.
Too Raw, my guy. Cool. I be messing with Cool, man. Bellside Sav. Big shout out to Bellside Sav. 100 Pack. Who else, man? Man, 30 Ave. Man, 30 Ave.
Shout out 30 Ave.
Man. T Woods, my young brother, YG Rowdy out there, man. And we can go on and on and on and on, man. Shout out to Megatron Matt too. I love the music scene out here. I do listen to it. There's a lot of issues with artists in the music scene out here, and just finding a cohesive way to support each other and you know, build the scene. It's a very competitive market for no reason, honestly. And that's my general my general feeling on that. As far as what we have going on next, September 14th, that is next Sunday. Next Sunday, we are at Stampede with Vito.
Nice.
Vito is an R&B singer, man. He's got a couple of hits. He comes out to Denver every year. He usually sells out and has an audience full of beautiful women that he serenades. He has a great show. I hope you guys come.
Definitely. What time is that show at?
He's going to be doing like a day thing. So he's going to be on, I believe, at like 7 or 8. He'll be at like a day party. So it'll be kind of like a day thing. That Vito is up next. We have, we're working on, his after party will be at Orchid as well on Sunday. And then on the 28th, we got Chef Boy back at Stampede. We got Chef Boy, gang.
Nice.
And I'll be yelling out, gang.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
That's all.
First time he came out here,
tight.
it didn't work due to the promoter. So we reached out to him, brought him back out here. I'll try to do it right. So he'll be at Stampede on the 28th. That's also a Sunday. Those tickets are out there. They're selling very well. So grab those tickets up. On that same day, the 28th, we'll have 310 Baby and Cash Cobain here as well. 310 Baby.
Hell yeah.
His manager and producer is a really good friend. I just bumped into Cash Cobain out in New York. We were at Atlantic Records. I bumped into him. We had a really amazing conversation with CEO Larry and the rest of the Vamps. Shout out to Larry and the Record Breakers.
That's right. Let me see you do it.
Yes, sir. 310 Baby. 310 Baby is gonna go
sick.
crazy. I keep telling everybody. What?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean,
shout out Steels, man.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, no, I've been wanting somebody to bring him out. I mean, at
I've been telling
Lemonade,
everybody.
I told him to tell Gentry, bring him out here.
I've been telling everybody. I told everybody about Big Sad too. I told them Big Sad was one of the best concerts this year.
Yeah, I know.
Elevated Denver, man. Big Sad.
One thing about Denver, we're kind of a melting pot as far as like there's one part of Denver that like kind of goes more with the West Coast sounds and loves all those guys. Then there's the guys that like the Texas guys, and there's guys that like the New York side.
You're right.
And then, but most of us, we all like everything. But so I think it's like just timing. I don't know what it is. You could bring out any artist from Texas, and it could be successful, or it couldn't be successful. We're just like, I always like to, this is the way I don't know, maybe you can elaborate on this theory I have. I have this theory that we are kind of a neutral grounds, where if this was 96, we could have a Pac concert, and then we could have had a Biggie concert.
Yes.
We're neutral grounds in that aspect.
But you're not
of
that
like,
neutral. I could
okay, yeah. That's why I said I'm throwing that theory.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But this is a West Coast market.
Okay.
Make no mistake about it. This is a West Coast market. West Coast artists.
Thank you. Oh, that's what I've been saying too.
No, West Coast artists do extremely well here. East Coast artists have a harder time depending on who those artists are. There are concerts I've seen here in smaller venues that, you know, on the East Coast would be in huge auditoriums. And it also depends on the artist.
Right.
It very much depends on the artist. I mean, several of these guys, Elevated Denver does a fantastic job of promoting.
Shout out to Elevated Denver.
Yeah, shout out Denver's Dom, man. Real. Shout out Don P too, man.
Yeah.
But
Where's Don P at? We gotta go.
Man, Don P got we gotta put where you at, Don P?
I love Don P, man.
That's my guy.
Cool.
That's my guy.
dope.
Man.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so it's, you said it's definitely a West Coast market.
Yeah, West Coast artists.
But my theory, as far as it being neutral, where we can have all these guys and they could all be successful as far as these shows, because our taste, I think, it's not so, like, it is a West Coast market and everybody does love the West Coast out here majoritarily. But I mean, I feel like there are big pockets of people that are like East Coast heads, down south heads, Texas heads. You know what I mean? Where I think, I mean, when I was living in Cali, everyone
definitely
was
the South.
Yeah,
the South, but the South is all over.
Yeah,
but definitely the South. Like definitely Texas. You know, the southern region, and a lot of those artists have done really good out here too. We saw Bossman D-Lo out here.
Yeah.
You know,
he did the Fillmore. That was a big show.
That was a big show.
Yeah.
It was a big show. You should have seen the Status after party. Crazy.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Status, man.
Shout out to Status.
They be doing all the crazy after parties.
It.
Shit. They had Nelly and Ashanti over there.
Absolutely.
And Summer Jam didn't even have Ashanti.
I was there with him.
That's how tight Status is. You know what I mean? Like
Status, man. Shout out Status.
Yeah. But so that's great. Any more comments on the chat? What's up, chat?
Not on here.
Well, Vito is going down September
14th, next
Sunday. So after the Broncos game.
Yeah, Stampede. Is that Independence weekend?
I believe it's I think when does Crawford and Canelo fight? Let me see. Crawford, Canelo.
Who you guys got?
I don't know. I think Canelo. I mean, it's just kind of. I think Canelo kind of has that
unpopular opinion. I want Crawford to win.
Yeah,
Canelo has the size advantage.
Yeah,
and past the size advantage, he is skilled.
Yeah.
He's just skilled past the size.
I think he's just kind of just in his zone.
September 13th.
He's just getting opponents and just. I mean, we've seen this movie before. I mean, he's kind of in his, I would say, Mayweather status, to where he's just getting fights, and we all know, we've seen the movie before. We know he's gonna win, and it's just
no, this is a real
you
fight.
know what I mean? Yeah. But this one, Crawford's gonna be bringing it to him for sure.
Bad man.
Yeah.
Bud is a.
I think he's finally a worthy opponent because I think for the last few years, I feel like Canelo just hasn't had worthy opponents. But then that also adds to his greatness, to where he's making these guys look like they're not even worthy.
No, he's
opponents.
Gotten away with a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
He's definitely gotten away with it. I'm like, he's fighting who?
Yeah. And then I think that's just kind of how boxing's always kind of been too, you know. Dana White's really shaking shit up as far as getting involved. I mean, he's involved with this Crawford, this Canelo fight, and trying to get the best fighters to fight. I mean, there's so many politics with boxing, and it's always just been a thing to where, how come the best fighters aren't fighting the best fighters? And it's money, and it's promoters, and it's all this.
It's a business.
It's a business.
It's a business. You know?
It's great. Who's your favorite boxer of all time? Or you could say a couple. I mean, that's always the hardest part, whether it's music, it's sports, it's boxing, it's football, it's quarterback. I think people always put this pinnacle on, like, who's the best of all time. It's like, we could have a couple. I mean, I think Jordan said it at Kobe's funeral, where it's like, why can't we all just be a collective? Why does it always have to be one guy?
I love Muhammad Ali. I will forever love Muhammad Ali. I knew him as a child. He was friends with my father.
Wow.
I got to spend time with him. I love Muhammad Ali. I will forever love Muhammad Ali. But Floyd Mayweather is my cousin, and he is the greatest boxer of all time. And I will
TBE,
stick
baby.
to that.
TBE.
I agree.
He's just the most skilled boxer of all time.
Boxer,
Just
right?
Like,
Yes.
and you
yes.
can say the fights were boring. You
No.
can say you didn't like him. He was a jerk. He
No,
was
because what
skilled.
what is boxing? The art of hitting and not being hit. He's the best.
And the thing that makes me really mad about Floyd is like, people call him boring and think that's because they weren't real boxing fans.
Mhm.
Real boxing fans remember there are 2 Floyd Mayweather careers. There's the Pretty Boy era. He was knocking them out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
And
then
then
his
Money
hands,
May.
his hands got brittle. He had to switch it up. And then the Money Mayweather era came where it became all about skill set. So Floyd is the greatest boxer of all time to me, TBE. And he has 2 careers.
My name is Money. My name is Money Mayweather.
TMT. TMT forever.
Fight for a prize. I'm a prize fighter. I fight for the prize. There's so many great quotables. I mean, we lived in the era of the Money Mayweather era. We lived in Vegas. He used to come into our banks quite a bit. He used to come into Macy's. I was a personal shopper assistant. I used to kind of lay out some clothes for him, and I mean, maybe he picked.
What was your experience with him?
Great, amazing. I mean, before he fought De La Hoya, this kind of tells you the character of my mom. Because we lived in the Southwest, we would see him all the time in his Maybachs all the time. My mom pulled up to a light. He was at a light. She rolled down his window and she's like, "How come Oscar don't want to fight? He's a fucking pussy." And he just was laughing just like that. He's like, "Yup." But in the banks and stuff,
I love Oscar De La Hoya.
at Macy's and stuff, he was
one of my favorite boxers.
Yeah.
And he's great on social media.
Great. I mean, we always love Money
he's
Mayweather.
killing it right
Money
now.
Mayweather. Let me one thing before Vegas got its professional teams. Money Mayweather was our team. If you grew up in Vegas, that was our team.
Yeah,
it was the money team.
Right.
It was Money Mayweather. He was our, like how the fans of the Broncos and we didn't have nothing out there in Vegas at those times, and he was over there just killing it. And he undefeated and winning. So that was our sports guy. Like,
Ironically, my dad was the one who moved our family to Vegas.
Oh, wow.
He moved our family to Vegas in like 79. So
nice.
He's the one who planted that flag for it. And after my dad was there, my brother, Tony Tucker, my oldest brother, he was the first champion in our family. Tony moved there. After that, my uncle Roger moved there. Roger Mayweather.
Yeah.
Roger got his championship. He moved to Vegas, and that became the destination for that whole, the whole family. Vegas is another place I grew up at. Whenever I spent time with my dad and his side of the family, and yeah, Vegas is special.
Oh yeah, Vegas, yeah, definitely Vegas.
We haven't been there since that.
I haven't been there since that Super Bowl.
I've been back a few times.
Yeah.
We haven't been out of this town.
Yeah, I haven't even been out of town, out of the state since then either. So. We definitely are going to make some moves.
Yeah,
when we go to LA in February, we're definitely going to be making some moves.
Let's do it.
It's going to be amazing.
We have to do it.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
on here.
definitely.
Yes, man.
Where can people find you and find out what all the things you got going on besides outside? Where could they find you on socials?
I'm on Instagram at ominous figure combined _ bossed _ ominous figure bossed up. Instagram. I am Jay Boss Hog Jackson on Facebook. You can also contact the Rocky Mountain NAACP if you need to get in contact with me. And yeah, that's before I go, I would like to acknowledge again some of the community stuff and community issues going on. I'd like to throw it out there that this video has been going viral. A lot of people have seen this video of this man get murdered. If there's anyone out there dealing with trauma, if there's anyone out there that has personally been affected by violence in their life, or seen violence, and they feel that they're having a tough time mentally and would like some support, please DM me and contact me. I have mental health available. We have multiple clinicians, therapists, and doctors on staff. And I would love to help support you to get your mind right and be the best you that you can be. Also, if there's anyone out there that knows anyone that is dealing with issues of sobriety and housing, we have a new sober living home. It is based in Aurora. We have 8 beds available. If you know anyone out there that needs a place to stay and or is dealing with recovery issues, sobriety issues, please DM us. We have bed space available, and I would love to help and assist.
That's amazing.
That is amazing, Josh. Thank you so much for getting your resources out there and helping people and coming on here and spreading the joy of what you do and the positivity. And that's just amazing, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But
guys
before
for
we
having
go, last thing, we got to give you our gift for the show, La Fiesta Authentic Spicy Salsa. And yeah, when you get home, try it, check it out. I'm sure you won't be disappointed.
Oh no, this is me, man. I was raised in California.
Yeah.
Bro. This is me. I was just telling the girl last night, probably 80% of my day is probably Mexican.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
I eat 20 tacos a day.
Hell yeah. Well, that's gonna do it, guys, here for the Denver Foos
this is great.
podcast.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in. We got another episode here later tonight. So tune in tonight around 7. We got some special announcements, special guests here tonight as well. Y'all have a good day.
I'm about to go